In Unit 8, Part 3, we're now looking at solving multi-step inequalities. So we've done the intro to inequalities, we've done addition, subtraction, and then we've done multiplication, division. Now we're going to do multi-step, just like we did with solving equations. So again, the first thing we're going to do is check possible solutions. This time it's just going to be more difficult. It says tell whether the given number is a solution of 2 times quantity 3x plus 1 is greater than or equal to 7x plus 4. So just a much bigger inequality to test out, but we're still going to do the same thing. Just plug in our number for the variable. So we're going to do 3 times negative 1 plus 1 greater than or equal to 7 times negative 1 plus 4. So inside the parentheses, 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 plus 1. And then we have negative 7 plus 4. Finishing up the parentheses, we're going to have negative 2 inside. Negative 7 plus 4 is negative 3. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. So we have negative 4 is greater than or equal to negative 3, which is not. That's not a solution. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to plug in negative 2 instead. So I plug in negative 2 everywhere I see x. So 2, and then I'm going to get negative 6 plus 1. I get negative 14 plus 4. Inside the parentheses, I get negative 5. Negative 14 plus 4 is negative 10. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Greater than or equal to negative 10, which is true. So that is a solution. Okay. All you guys go ahead and work out 3 and 4. For the next section, we're actually solving these multi-step inequalities. The thing to remember is that when we multiply or divide by a negative, we're going to have to flip the inequality symbol. So I'm going to start, as always, by boxing and rewriting. So negative 6x plus 15 is greater than 57. I'm going to go to the left side because that's where the variable is. I always add or subtract first, and then multiply or divide. So I'm going to subtract 15 on both sides. So negative 6 is greater than 42. And I can divide both sides by negative 6. I get x, since I'm dividing by negative, I'm going to flip the inequality symbol, get negative 7. So x is less than negative 7. Again, meaning that my answer is any number less than negative 7. Number 2, I'm going to start again by boxing and rewriting. 22 is greater than x over negative 12 plus 4. I go to the side with the variable, so the first thing I want to do is subtract 4 on both sides, so I'll get 18 is greater than x over negative 12. That fraction means that I'm dividing, so to do the opposite of that, I need to multiply both sides by negative 12. So negative 12 times 18 is going to give me negative 216. I'm multiplying by negative, so I have to flip the inequality, and I'm just left with x on that side. I would prefer if you rewrite it with the variable first. Okay? Either of those are the same answer, but for me, I like it better to read it that way. If you scroll down to number 3, then we're getting into pretty difficult problems here. I'm going to start the same way, boxing and rewriting. So negative 3, 2 minus x, less than or equal to 2x minus 9. So on the left side, the first thing I need to do is the distributive property. So that's going to give me negative 6 plus 3x is less than or equal to 2x minus 9. Now I need my x's on one side, my numbers on the other, so I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So it'll give me negative 6 plus x less than or equal to negative 9. Since I got the x's on the left, the number 6 is on the right, so I'm going to add 6 to both sides. So I'll get x is less than or equal to negative 3, and I'm done there. No multiplying or dividing by negatives, so no reason to flip the inequality symbol. For number 4, it looks a lot like number 2, but the difference is that we just have one big fraction over here on the left. If you look at number 2, we had a fraction and an addition. For number 4, this is all one big fraction. So to solve this, I'm going to multiply both sides by 3 first. Okay? What that's going to do is on the left side, those 3s are going to cancel. So I'll just be left with negative x minus 11. Then on the right side, I'll get 63. Now I just have a two-step equation. So I add 11 to both sides. So that's going to give me negative x is less than or equal to 74. Now I have x, but it's negative. I want positive x. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1. Doing that will make this positive and will split the inequality. So we'll get x is greater than or equal to negative 74. And that will be my final answer there. Flipping over to the back side, there's a couple word problems here. The first one is a perimeter problem. It says, for what value of x is the perimeter of a rectangle shown greater than 50 units? So just as a reminder, perimeter of a rectangle equals 2w plus 2l. And so 2w is 2 times 4 plus 2 times the length equals 2x plus 7. And then it says that I want this to be greater than 50 units. So I want it to be greater than 50. So 2 times 4 is 8. I'm set up to do the distributive property here. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 7 is 14. Greater than 50. Combining my terms, I'll get 4x plus 22 is greater than 50. And now I just have a two-step problem. Subtract 22 on both sides. So I'll get 4x greater than 28. Then I can divide both sides by 4. So I get x is greater than 7. So for anything greater than 7, my perimeter will be greater than 50. The next word problem is pretty difficult. I'll let you guys try it, do your best. And then at the bottom, there's just some review problems for you to do, just simplifying expressions and solving equations. Make sure you get all those done on your own.